Hi Leo, here's your horoscope for May 2024, brought to you by planetswithin.com. I'm astrologer Joseph Anthony. All right, we have a very big month ahead, and this has a lot to do with the sun right here. Now, if you notice, the sun is not by itself in this 10th house of career and status. It is being joined by Venus in Taurus. It has Uranus in Taurus and Jupiter in Taurus. So there's quite a bit of action going on in this 10th house. So for many of you, this is going to be very much a month filled with things having to do with responsibilities, work, family, being recognized for your achievements or advances, in terms of moving up in career. Maybe you're going public with a company or something. But whatever it is, looks really good for getting a lot of attention this month. So if you're a Leo sun sign or if you're a Leo rising, this pertains to you. This is a general sun sign reading. And so you could see here there's so much energy building. And by the middle of the month, there's going to be 2 conjunctions in this 10th house, which should really bring you a lot of attention in whatever you're doing. So this is going to be vitally important. Now, Mars is now moving through Aries as well, which is very beneficial for you. And it's in the 9th house, so the need to travel, to explore, to do new things, to reinvent yourself is very strong this month. So this is a month where you need to capitalize on the energy because the eclipse from April really ignited a lot of passion and desire to do something new, to travel, to explore, to question your philosophy, the meaning of life. All of that stuff has been on the table for quite a while. And so this is going to be huge. Pluto also, as you can see, it's in stationary position here, and it's going to go retrograde as well. So over the course of the next few months, you'll be reliving the past a little in regards to work and maybe daily routine. But for now, this month is really about the basics, getting back to the basics, figuring out what you want, what your values are, and how much money you want to make, because Taurus rules money. And so this could be something very important for many of you. So let's dive in a little deeper and see what the planets are saying. So on the 2nd, Pluto goes retrograde. There he is in stationary position. Now, this is the first time Pluto is going retrograde this year in Aquarius, is your opposite sign. So this has a lot to do with going back in time. So something to do with a partnership or a relationship of some kind is highlighted this month. And so it'll keep going backwards until September. And in September, it drops into the 6th house. So there'll be things pertaining to health matters. If it's not your own health, it may be someone else's health, maybe a pet, maybe going back to a place you've been before. This is all on the table here with Pluto going back into the 6th house. But in the meanwhile, though, as it's in retrograde mode, it's at a standstill. So maybe you're at a standstill with a relationship or a partnership of some kind, and you're not quite sure where to go with it. Where is this going? I'm not quite sure. And this is being highlighted here with this Pluto in the 7th house of other people and relationships. So these outer planets, here's Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto, they are all, and Uranus, they are all representative of longer term transits. And so with Pluto being the longest, because it's the furthest away from the sun, this one has been kind of a little bit annoying, the last year or two, with regards to work and what you're supposed to be doing. And now relationships, personal relationship or business relationships, whatever. But this is going to be something that you got to keep an eye on the next couple of months. Now, the new moon in Taurus also highlights the 10th house of career and status. So it's going to be in Taurus, and I believe 18 degrees of Taurus. So wherever this is in your actual birth chart, that's the area that gets lit up. So the new moon in Taurus is suggesting a new status, a new direction, maybe some new responsibilities, maybe a new position at work, or a new title in a new company, whatever it is. It is very much, amplifying something new that's coming into the picture that, you haven't done before. Or it could be a certain value system. Taurus rules values too. So maybe there's something about the value system. You're learning something new about your new status. Let's say you just got married, or you just got divorced, or you just took over a company, or, whatever it is that you're doing. You're looking at things from a different perspective. So that's how I would look at this new moon, as a new perspective in your values and in your belief systems. But Taurus is the sign of money. It's the sign of the physical world, physical pleasures, things having to do with, owning things like cars, houses, all of that stuff. So that could be all on the table as well. Wanting to move, wanting to buy land, taking care of your investments. That's all under this umbrella as well. So keep an eye on that, see how that works out. Mercury also joins the Taurus party on the 15th and 16th. So as you can see here, now we have 5 planets in the 10th house of career and status. And so now this slows our thinking down a little bit, because Mercury in Taurus is a little bit slower. It's a little bit more, I'll take my time doing it. I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite there yet, that stuff. But Mercury in Aries, where it just came out of, is much faster. So Mercury in Taurus could definitely have us rethinking things or reliving the past in some way, pertaining to whatever you have going on in the 10th house of status and career. Okay, that's how it works. So for about 3 weeks, Mercury will be in Taurus. And at the beginning of June, it'll be in its own sign of Gemini, so things will speed up again. Now, there is some wonderful alignments on May the 18th. I mean, they are just huge. We have the first one, Venus conjunct Uranus, right there. Venus conjunct Uranus at 23 degrees of Taurus in that 10th house. And we have the Sun conjunct Jupiter at 18 degree on the 18th at 28 degrees of Taurus. So we have 2 conjunctions all in the sign of Taurus. So talk about something euphoric or beneficial or elated, or something that you might just find so pleasurable. Maybe somebody or family members tell you they love you, or, maybe there's a whole celebration of some kind that's going on and you're a part of it. And everyone is just feeling so fortunate and so grateful for things. So this is how I would look at these alignments here that are going to occur on the 18th. Now, this, of course, could occur before then or after, because the energy is that strong. And so, but this is something magnificent. It's in the 10th house. It's going to affect everyone in their signs, no matter what house it's in. So this is going to really bring a lot of attention to whatever you're doing, or be around people with a lot of attention going on, a lot of activity. And so, this should be something really big and important. The downside to this, and I have to throw this in because it is a possibility, Taurus rules the earth. And so we may see some weather changes or earth-related situations. That is a possibility. Now, of course, it's obviously not going to affect everyone in the same location, but there could be something that in the news where it is so overwhelming that it's hard to avoid. Something goes off like a Mount St. Helen or something like that, and everyone's paying attention to it. But I hope that's not the case. But anyway, this is a really positive alignment. Everything looks good here in terms of its alignment. So pay attention to this, because it could be really good. It could also be money coming in. Maybe you get lucky and you scratch one of those scratcher tickets and you win $10,000, $15,000 or whatever it is. And that's possible too. So I'm just saying that, it's a total wild card, but I do feel like it's going to be something beneficial. Anytime we have the Sun and Jupiter conjunct like this, it's always more beneficial. Now, the Sun enters Gemini on the 20th, right there. So now we're in the 11th house. So it's all about communication, talking with others, socializing, gatherings, clubs, organizations. And Gemini, and the Sun in Gemini fits right at home in the 11th house as well. So you might find yourself really enjoying the people around you, the organizations you're affiliated with, the new friends you might be making, and maybe you've moved and you're in a new community. This is all going to be in the picture here as well. Then we have the full moon a couple of days later in Sagittarius, right here in the 5th house. Now, this is the house that you're naturally associated with. So the 5th house is about a love and romance. It's about speculation. It's gambling. It represents your children. It represents having fun. So whatever you've got going on, maybe it's just, around this time frame, things are so wonderful and you're having so much fun and you're just enjoying yourself, and, and you're just spending time with your kids and you're just having a great time. So it's more of a realization. When we have a full moon in Sagittarius, it's more of a realization, coming to terms with something, a realization of your life and who you are and what you've been through and so on and so forth. And it's being grateful. Sagittarian is a very optimistic, grateful sign. And so this is going to be one where you're just feeling good and feeling very grateful for everything in your life. Venus enters Gemini on the 24th, right there. So once again, relationships, friendships, acquaintances, lots of talking, lots of conversation here in the mix. So this is all going to be important. This 11th house gets lit up. But at the next day or two, Jupiter enters Gemini for the next year or so. And so it'll be in this 11th house as well. So this is a time to get out and socialize, to be a part of a group, an organization, a charity, something that you want to be affiliated with, something that you want to give, something that's going to make it very social for you. As you can see here, these 3 planets in the 11th house need to communicate. They need to express yourself. This is Gemini, the sign of communication, and Leo is the sign of creativity and likes to express itself in some form of way, whether it's through acting, performing, or just speaking to people. So this is going to be some really strong energy for you guys in the next year with that Jupiter in the 11th house. So take advantage of opportunities. You get invited to events and, places. Go and check it out and see if you enjoy it and see who you meet. You never know. Anyway, there you have it, Leo. Have a great month, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.